Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to NWF Bustin Loose. I am the CEO of the Northern Wrestling Federation, Nate the Snake Pelly, alongside the boss of professional wrestling, Sean Bossman, and we are here in Fairfield, Ohio. What a wild night it was with the Northern Wrestling Federation, and what about the situation with the Crimson Mafia and what transpired tonight?
Wow, that was unbelievable. The Crimson Mafia, Wildcat Chris Harris, and the mercenary Anthony Bryan got their shot at the championship. Jordan Clearwater and David Tyler put their titles up for grabs. And what happened? Sore losers. We saw what sore losers the Crimson Mafia were. They lost this opportunity. And then Lord Crew came down. It was total chaos, left the champions lane. It was unbelievable. And it didn't even end there.
It did not end there. Later in the night, we saw Jesse Hyde going one-on-one with Lord Crew, and what transpired in that situation.
Then, of course, we saw, while you were doing the broadcasting alongside Anthony Bryan, he comes down, interferes in that match. Total chaos, 3-on-1. Fortunately, the tag team champions came down to save Jesse Hyde, and now we've got a big six-man tag.
Absolutely, a six-man tag team match. When we return here to Fairfield, Ohio for Spooktacular, that's coming up on Saturday night, October the 28th, we're going to see the Crimson Mafia taking on Jesse Hyde, along with the tag team champions, Jordan Clearwater and David Tyler. But that's not the only big matchup that's going to be taking place at Spooktacular. You're going to want to get your tickets in advance for this one, folks, because you're going to see the Northern Wrestling Federation Championship on the line in a big return match as Nasty Russ will defend against the Titan. And, of course, after what transpired tonight in that huge six-person tag team matchup, the situation between Nasty Russ and the Titan, it's been very personal for a while. The Titan finally will get his rematch, and that will transpire at Spooktacular October the 28th. But what about that other big matchup that we're going to see at Spooktacular, the big tag team match?
Yeah, and not just any tag team match, a Halloween massacre match as the Pumpkinheads have to take on the man, Roger Ruffin, and Big Mama in a Halloween massacre match. That's worth the price of admission alone.
That one is going to be huge, but what about the Unified Championship? We saw it on the line here tonight as Calypso was defending against the number one contender, Lexus Montez. During that matchup, we saw not one but two referees get knocked out inadvertently. Jay Donaldson, who about midway through the match had made his way down to ringside to get a ringside seat, so to speak, to watch this matchup, he decided that he was going to grab the referee shirt from one of our officials and insert himself into that match as the referee. And Jay Donaldson made some very controversial calls, including at one point, Lexus Montez had Calypso down for what certainly appeared to be a count of three. Jay Donaldson said it was only a 2 count. Lexus Montez responded with a kick to the side of the head of Donaldson. Chaos reigned. What ended up happening was a disqualification. Still, Unified Champion is Calypso. Jay Donaldson, though, he proclaimed himself the Unified Champion, raised his hand, held the belt high above his head. Hate to break it to you, Jay Donaldson, you are not the Unified Champion. Calypso is still the Unified Champion. And coming up Saturday night, October 28th at Spooktacular, it's going to be Calypso one-on-one with Lexus Montez in a rematch. Only this time, Jay Donaldson will be the special guest referee for the matchup. And as I told Donaldson in the ring here tonight in Fairfield, he will raise the hand of either Lexus Montez or Calypso, or Jay Donaldson will never, ever get another shot at the Unified Championship. Folks, Northern Wrestling Federation is on fire. Of course, Spooktacular coming up. But next Saturday night, we return to Bone Crushers for a bone-crushing night of action. You're going to see on that night a big tag team matchup. Let's hear now from two of the men in that matchup, Adam Swayze and the swinger, Jerry Fitzgerald.
NWF critics, next week at Bone Crushers, you see Hollywood, Adam Swayze, team up against the swinger, Jerry Fitzgerald, and I'm really glad that you've been thinking about yourself lately. But next week at Bone Crushers, you gotta think about us as we team up to take on Christopher Michael Lotus and Alex Hayden.
Alex Hayden. He's got two first names. This cat's not ready for us. You know what? I'm a tag team specialist. So next week at Bone Crushers, Alex, CM Lotes, whatever you guys want to call yourselves, show up to Bone Crushers and get ready for Hollywood and get ready for the Greasy Babe.
Next week at Bone Crushers, Christopher Michael Lotus, Alex Hayden, you two are going to find out the hard way that you just simply weren't made for us.
We're back, NWF Army. This Saturday, we return to Bone Crushers, 6105 Vine Street, Elmwood Place. And as always, there's going to be some fantastic action at Bone Crushers. In addition to that tag team match, there's going to be all the fallout from last night's event in Fairfield. And of course, special bell time, 7 p.m. As always with Bone Crushers, doors open at 6, bell time at 7 p.m.
It's always a bone crushing night of action at Bone Crushers. And then, of course, we return here to Fairfield Saturday night, October the 28th, for Spooktacular, the spookiest night of the year here in the Northern Wrestling Federation. All those big matchups we talked about earlier, you're going to be seeing those, as well as a costume contest for the kids. You're going to want to come out and join us at Spooktacular Saturday night, October the 28th. Right now, though, let's take you to comments from the Crimson Mafia and then highlights from Fairfield.
It only took a matter of weeks before the Crimson Mafia starts wreaking havoc around the Northern Wrestling Federation again. Jesse Hyde, you want to keep hanging around for some beatings? Come on back. We have no problem doing that. And now we got a couple of rookies, the new tag team champions. You guys are going to be looking into the wrong eyes and lose your gold.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Crimson Mafia is at 100%. David Tyler, Jordan Clearwater, you two better hold on to grab onto reality real tight, because real soon the Crimson Mafia is going to rip away those tag team titles. Jesse Hyde, I told you last week that you probably should have just stayed home, saved yourself the beating, and saved yourself the embarrassment. So what do? You show up anyways. Well, guess what, Jesse? You can't run and you can't hide.